about the sellouts. One of the big things, obviously, in business analytics is, hey, ticketing and fill the stadium. But so, how does your role change and the focus change when you are having that success and having those sellouts? Because the pressure of cheeks on the seats isn't as much there, but you're always thinking of what's next. How can I further engage the community? What does your analytics focus sort of take on in that case?
Yeah, I mean, it was like I said before that the role has changed a bit each year I've been here for the better. But like year one, you're exactly right. It's just get butts in seats and we'll figure out the rest later. And Austin responded back and they continued to fill the seats. So that just it gave us the opportunity to be more dynamic, right? Like I think that we always want to price fairly in the market, but also recognize the value of the product, right? And that's it's always a push and pull. It's going to be a push and pull no matter what. I think that there are a lot of very like seasoned professionals in the organization that have been around sports for most of their careers. And it's like as an analyst, you have to respect that, right? Like you have to respect the stripes that have been earned. And even if like my analysis says one thing, but as somebody that's been in sports for 20 years disagrees, like that's a conversation that needs to be had rather than like yes you are right or no you are wrong. Blending art and science, that's one of the buzzwords that we use quite often here. Nothing's ever going to be black and white, cut and dry. So it's understanding like okay which areas of the stadium like are experiencing the most drastic change year over year, right? Like why is this section like selling for 2x on the secondary while this other one is struggling to move and like the scan rates are tough. Like is that a sight lines thing, is it a concessions thing, right? Like then you shift your focus operationally. But I think too it's just like that's even if we've got buy-in from the ticketing team, from the president, everything, it's being nimble no matter what, right? Like you can build your dynamic pricing models, you can make your assumptions before the season in terms of like which games are going to be high demand, but the MLS season is 10 months long. So like so much is going to change, whether it's on field, like Austin economically, right? Other events in town, Texas football is, in the college football playoff. That was kind of tough
Yeah.
to compete with this year. And so just being nimble and being like willing to make those changes when you need to, because above all else, like I think that we value that atmosphere for our players, just for all the teams involved, right? So it's like, yes, like any other team, we want to hit the bottom line. We want to hit our goals. We want to grow as a business and invest in more. But first and foremost, we want to create that experience for Austin, and that makes that you just got to make sure your economics are fair and productive.